Clappity clap, clappity 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 clap, clappity clap. All right. Hello.
Was that it? Was that you introing it?
No.
Oh, clappity clap. All right.
Clap song. Oh my god, that reminds me. I can't play it on here.
Is this the pod?
I don't know.
Is this stuff?
It can be. It can be.
Might as well be.
I like it.
Let's have a messy start. Hello, guys. Welcome back to In the Lobby podcast. I was listening to my Discover Weekly the other day, right? Just listening. And all of a sudden, this song comes on and it's like, in the lobby.
No way.
I was like, what the hell? Like, I need to show them.
What's the odds of that?
In case of copyright issues.
Who's it by? Just
I've
random.
never heard of them before, but I had to add it to my life.
Drop them a DM and ask if we can have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should, yeah.
Anyway, hello. Welcome back to the In the Lobby podcast. We're on our second cup, or I'm on my second cup of coffee, raring to go. It is still early in the morning. It's 11 a.m.
Is that early?
Yeah.
Again, I didn't think 10 a.m. was early.
We got here early today, guys.
When do you wake up on an average day?
I've been really bad recently. My sleeping schedule... Okay, here's the thing. My sleeping schedule is usually pretty good. And then it gets to the weekend and I'm like, I'm letting loose. I'm staying up until 2 o'clock in the morning. And then I get up the next morning at like 10, 11 and I'm like, oh, I've messed it up. Because then I'm staying up till 2 again, and I'm getting up at 11 again.
I do that. I stay up until 2, but then but then I have a 7-year-old who wakes me up at 7. So do you want to borrow a 7-year-old for a bit? If you want to sort your sleeping schedule out, have a kid. Yeah. Honestly, you don't get to sleep.
Jesus.
I've been doing all right. I've actually been on my gym grind recently. You'd be so proud of me, Stevie. I am 11 days at the gym.
Let's go.
Can we actually talk about the little moment, right? So I've been posting that I've been going to the gym on my Instagram story just because it's my way of holding myself accountable. And I was at the gym, I was on the treadmill, and afterwards I posted like my heart rate on my watch because you can see like what it goes up to. So it goes up to 100, it said it went up to 199. And I posted that on my Instagram story.
See what I'm saying?
I get a message from Stevie and it says, I actually don't think that's possible.
No. I believe what I said. I'm pretty sure I learnt at school. I didn't give you facts. I said, I'm pretty sure it was this.
So it
Did I say it wasn't possible?
Hang on.
I'll
read the message.
Read it verbatim.
Okay. Verbatim. I thought max heart rate was 220 minus age, question mark, laughing face. I think you might be dying. or your watch hasn't recorded it correctly. And he goes, I think I remember that rule from school. Could be wrong. Fair enough, you did say could be wrong. And then I said, I'm dying then. He said, that's good news at least. Good to see you smashing the gym though, even if it leads to your death. Can I show you?
No,
and then I got a message from Robbie because Robbie must have known that it was you that sent that message to me because I posted your story. He goes, was it Stevie telling you can't have a heart rate of 199? What a little rat.
Again, I didn't say you can't. I said I'm pretty sure I remember. And it's a general rule, 220 minus your age is your max heart rate.
And then he goes, I was like, it was Mr. Jim Know-It-All. And he said, he's talking bleep, by the way. That's just a guide and your true heart rate max will differ from that.
Well, I'm sorry, but if you can get up to 200, it's not great,
if you're getting up to 200, that's crazy.
That's not good.
Does that mean I'm extremely unfit?
Yeah.
What were you doing?
The lower your heart rate, the better, isn't it?
What were you doing?
Is that the lower your heart rate, the better?
Yeah, if you can get a resting heart rate of like, I think like Hardest Geezer, who's currently running across Africa, I'm pretty sure he posted his resting heart rate recently.
You can check on
it was like
watch.
30 to 40 beats per minute, which is insane. Like right now, mine's sat at 65.
Mine genuinely is like 48. That's mine.
That's incredible.
Bear in mind, I am drinking coffee.
What's yours right now?
I feel like I'm going to be judged.
We're just sat here. Mine's 65 doing this.
74.
That's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, we're doing stuff. I know we're not moving loads, but we're bouncing around and we're talking loads and whatnot.
So my range today has been between 67 and 149.
Did you go to the gym today?
No.
Where did you hit 149?
No, to be fair, maybe did you walk here?
Yeah,
that might be why.
149?
Okay, look, my resting rate 69 BPM today. That's not bad.
Quite good. That's quite good.
I'm someone that things affect me a lot. Like I think my heart rate goes up and down. I am unfit. Yes, I am going to the gym.
You are dying.
I'm working on it. But at the gym, what gets my heart rate up like that is I incline walk at a 12 incline, 3 speed for 30 minutes.
Okay.
And by the end of it, I'm sweating, like genuinely really sweating.
Do you know what makes me sweat more than anything else at the gym? And
Stairmaster.
I think a lot of... Yeah,
actually,
I
had a feeling you were going to say that. I had a feeling.
I think a lot of men avoid it.
I avoid it, I'll be real.
But I think a lot of them avoid it because they think, you always see the females on that machine. I'm not just going to walk up some steps. It is a killer.
It's a killer.
It's the most disgusting machine in there.
So painful.
The only reason I don't like it is because I look at it and I've done 15 minutes and I'm pouring, my arms are beading sweat and stuff. And I look at it and it's like, you've burned 10 calories. It's like, well, I clearly haven't, have I? But then if I go and sit on a cross trainer or move on a cross trainer or run or something, it's like I burn 10 times as much calories.
Yeah, I don't like how many calories it tells you you've burned for how hard you've worked.
I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
It should be like a guide.
Honestly, I think anyone, just get on a Stairmaster for 10, 15 minutes
I couldn't do
and
it.
tell me it's not the worst thing in the world.
I tried to do it for like, after 30 seconds, I was like, this is a bit... It's a bit long. Like my legs feel a bit heavy.
When do you ever walk up that many steps?
Literally.
Yeah, never.
There's the one tube.
Yeah, Covent Garden.
Yeah, Covent Garden. It's just like, just keep going. If the lift's broken, you're going up it all day.
It's like 220 stairs.
That is the only time. Stairmaster or Covent Garden.
Jesus
what actually
Christ.
burns you calories? Is it having a high heart rate?
Yeah, you'll burn a decent
chilling
whack.
then. No wonder I can eat a lot of crap and not get like absolutely massive because my heart rate's always at like 150.
Just means the insides might not be going too well.
Oh no, don't say that. I'm working on it.
But again, I'm a rat, so it doesn't matter.
I had like multiple messages, people saying, no, it's not necessarily true.
Again, I did quite literally right. I think I remember this from school. I
think
wrong.
it is just like a guide. Like maybe that should be on. And to be fair,
that's your aim.
Like whenever I go on the treadmill and I like hold, you know how you can hold onto the little things and it measures your heart rate. It's always around 100, like 186 is like my max.
There is also a chance that your watch isn't tracking it.
It's probably true. Anyway, enough of the gym bro talk. Sorry guys.
Gym bro.
People that go to the gym just love to talk about going to the gym, don't they?
Yeah, we
but
do.
But what we're actually talking about today is something else that gets your heart rate extremely high.
Ooh la la.
Roller
coasters. What games have we been playing?
Roller coasters.
We're not going to talk about games.
We will talk about what games we've been playing first, but that is what we're going to be talking about.
Roller coasters. I'm excited for roller coasters.
Our dream theme parks.
Cool.
But before we do that, we're going to talk about what games we've been playing this week. Who started last time? You started. No, I started last time.
You did.
So one of you guys go.
I don't mind going.
Go for it.
Have you guys heard of a little game called Untitled Goose Game?
Yes, I have heard about it.
No, what is that?
Is it like the Among Us, but with geese? No. Okay, never mind. That's something else.
What?
There's a goose game.
There
is a goose game that's like a deception goose game. You talk about it.
Untitled Goose Game is you're a goose.
No way.
You are all geese if you're playing with a friend.
Sorry, I'm going to interject. It's Goose Goose Duck is the Among Us.
Goose Goose Duck.
Okay.
Among
Us.
You say among.
Among Us.
Among
Us.
Yeah.
What? Did you say among?
How is it spelled?
Among. No one says among.
You're
not allowed to say that word.
AMONG. Among Us.
Among Us.
It's Among Us.
No one says among.
That's how it's spelled.
Nah. Well, it is.
AMONG. Among Us.
Loads of words are spelt ways they're not said.
Right. Okay.
Among Us.
I'll correct my enunciation.
Thank you. Anyway, Untitled Goose Game. It's as exciting as it sounds. So you're a goose geese. It's up to you if you've got a friend. If you've got a friend, you can be two geese. Just hanging out. You're just a goose. Right. And it gives you tasks on the left-hand side.
So it is Among Us.
No. It gives you tasks that you just have to complete. And then if you complete all the tasks, you can go through to the next area. So area 1, it's like a farmer's type house. And it will be tasks like take all these objects over to the picnic blanket near the lake. And you've got to go into his garden. And you've got to steal things as a goose, grab it with your beak, run back out and take it to the picnic blanket. But he gets annoyed all the time and he's chasing after you and he grabs it back. But then you've got to try and do it secretly.
You've got to be a sly
you're
goose.
A sneaky goose.
Okay,
just walking around, ducking and diving. And then you can quack at him and scare him and stuff. And like, it's essentially, you just have to.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of Goat Simulator. Did anyone ever play Goat Simulator?
It's a little bit like that.
Yeah.
But you're a goose. And it's like really cartoony, and I'd play it with Isaac a bit, so it's just a lot of fun, and it's kind of like a puzzle game again. You know, I've been getting into my puzzle games, but like puzzles. It's like Isaac's capable of doing it, so it's my kind of level. 7-year-old puzzle game. So some of them are more difficult. Like you have to steal his keys, and they're on his leg. You can't just go and grab them. You need to wait for him to do a certain thing, or like his hat. That's on his head, so you can't reach it because you're a goose. Geese aren't tall.
Can you fly?
No.
You fly. Oh, you can't?
No. So, like, to get his hat, you have to wait. You have to hide in the bushes, and then you've got to wait for him to start doing a task. Like, he might be, like, digging up some carrots or something.
And you steal it while he's
as
bending
he's down. You've got to run past
then
him
you
and
go around
bite
and grab
off,
it.
and he'll chase you. But then what you need to do is go put it in the lake, because one of the tasks is make the guy wear his sun hat. So the only way to make him wear that is if you take his hat off.
Oh, so it's like puzzly. You have to like figure out how to make
how to do certain things.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's like one where it's like make him hit himself with the hammer, and you've got to once he's hammering in a sign it's like a big red cross with a goose in it.
Yeah.
And like as he's going to do it, you see him like lining up the hammer, and just as he's about to do it, you need to quack at him,
scare him, so that he
goes poof and hits himself.
That's jokes.
So yeah, I've been playing this.
I might play that on stream. Actually, it sounds like a good stream.
What's it called?
It'd be a great stream game.
Untitled Goose Game.
Really good stream
stream.
game, and then once you beat that one, you get to go through to the next zone.
That's pretty cool.
There's quite a few areas I think as well.
Okay, I've definitely heard about it. People have told me to play it before, but
Give it a go. It's a bit of fun.
I will.
I'll try it.
Last time you talked about a game, I did play it. I played Cuphead the last time.
Yeah, and then you couldn't do it, so you give up.
It's so hard. Like it's
difficult,
really,
isn't it?
really difficult. Yeah. What about you, Tien? What other games have you been playing?
Football Manager, really. I just feel like it's kind of like FIFA, but obviously it's not FIFA. Like I have no control over what goes on, but you have control of everything else. All my Football Manager heads know how it works anyway, but it's like essentially you take control of a team. So like, let's just say Man City, and you control basically all the day-to-day things of like a real manager. So like you control the tactics, you control the, you can hire coaches, you can hire staff, you can hire like pretty much everything. You can do scouting, so you can go scout players in Chile, in Venezuela, like there's so many different things. They have like different intakes. So like every March there's like an intake of like youth talent. So like they'll bring in like, we call them regens. So they'll bring in like a new like set of regens, and they might have all like cracked out stats. So you want to go out and find the sort of best players or the best youngsters sort of thing. And it's pretty much like life of a manager on a day-to-day basis. But how in-depth and how simple you want it to be is up to you, if that makes sense. So like you can go really in-depth and control everything, or you can just hand it off to people and then control matches and stuff. So it's a good game. I've always loved FM, and it's like I can't play it all the time because I have like addictive personality. So like when I start playing something, I genuinely can't stop. So I think that's the phase that I'm in right now. Like once I started playing it, I just can't stop because it's like, you know, those low maintenance games.
Yeah,
like you can sit on your
those.
laptop, you can just
It's
chill.
like an AFK game.
Yeah, like you don't necessarily need to be there.
You don't have to be playing it all the time.
Yeah.
Is it like EAFC where they bring out a new one every single year?
Yes. So they bring out a new one every single year, and
I don't want to rubbish the game
here
you're
we
playing
go.
right now.
Go for it.
Here's my opinion on Football Manager.
Right.
I've tried it. Can't get behind it. It feels like I'm doing admin. It feels like I'm just
That is
doing
the
someone
point.
else's job.
Yeah,
But that's the
But if
point.
I want to do admin, I'll go do my taxes.
No, but it's
You know
different.
what I mean? Like, I'll go do something that's beneficial to me.
It's different.
Or do my emails.
Do you not like simulation games?
Give me some other examples.
Like SimCity, like I don't know.
No, I like doing it. Like FIFA, I like because you
Yeah,
can play the game.
but
But
that-
like,
Yeah.
it's
I think-
like playing FIFA, but simming all the matches.
Yeah, but see, that's the difference though, because it's like I do get where you're coming from, but it's like it's so much more in depth than that. Obviously, you don't have control over the players, but you're still doing stuff. Like you still have to move people, allocate positions. Like it's just very in depth.
I think if I was to get into a football-esque game, it would probably be Football Manager because I love stuff like that. Have you ever played any of the two? No, you definitely haven't. Any of the 2-point games? 2-point Hospital. You have to like run and manage
I
a
used to
hospital.
love Theme Hospital.
Okay,
Back
that
in
would
the
be
day, this is
same
old
kind
school,
of thing.
like proper.
yeah, it's similar to that.
No,
You have
I
to
think that's-
manage something, make it successful.
It's really like The Sims as well.
Okay, well then, yeah, same kind
So
of thing.
how can you not like Football Manager then?
Because it's like emails and stuff, and like
No, but that's like a very minor part. Like doing the transfers, doing the tactics.
I don't
Making
change
sure
the
the
tactics
team's
on
good.
FIFA. I just go
Well, that's
4-4-2. Cool.
There you go, man. There you go.
Yeah.
You're missing out.
Maybe
I'm
it's
telling
my
you.
fault.
You should actually try it.
Give
it like a proper go.
If I put like a couple of hours into that, I would have gone, I've just done someone else's job for them.
No, when are you ever going to have the chance to be a football team manager?
Exactly.
Never.
I want to be a player, but look at this.
Well, if you can't be a player, you might as well try being a manager.
It's never going to happen for me.
Use your brain instead of your body.
Exactly. It's all up here, mate.
I haven't got that either, to be fair. Yeah. Who wants to know what I've been playing?
Go for it.
I was waiting for you to say that. Islands of Insight.
What's that?
What is that?
Probably never heard of it because it's one of those weird little games that Harry plays.
Why do you play weird games?
I think it's because I'm so chronically online when I stream.
Do people suggest them to you?
No, this game was actually offered to me as a sponsorship about a year ago when it was in its like play test, and it looked awesome. It's a puzzle game, so I was like, yes, I'll take that. And then I played it, and literally all of my community also got the play test, and we all played it together. And it's basically it's a massive online map, like very kind of fantasy-esque, but not really. The environment just looks really cool. And you can walk around this map or fly around this map with like loads of other people there, and you just stop in different locations and do different puzzles. And it's just it's a very simple concept, but I like the fact that it's online because I feel like I wouldn't play the game necessarily if it was offline.
Do you do puzzles with people?
You can do, you don't have to.
What kind of puzzles?
Actually, can you even? I don't even know if you can. There's all kinds of ones. So there's like these grids where you have to like connect things and they have to only be a certain amount of squares. Say it says 3 squares, you can only make that one 3 squares. It's just all like puzzles that you really have to think about.
Sounds like I'd like this game.
I feel like you would like this game.
Maybe I'll give it a go.
Maybe you will.
Is it Steam?
Yeah, it's on Steam. Islands of Insight, yeah.
It's expensive.
It's like £16 or something.
I just never bring myself to put money into a game I don't know if I'm going to like.
To be fair, well, you can also Steam does refunds after 2 hours. If you don't like something, you can refund it.
What?
You didn't know that?
I knew Steam. That. I have Epic Launcher. Okay. I've got Steam for Cuphead. And I liked it, so I didn't have to refund it. We need to turn this man into
an actual gamer.
Oh, I refunded a couple of games on Steam, but that was just because they didn't run as well as I wanted them to.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough.
I didn't realise you could...
That's what the system's there for. Yeah, and if you don't... As long as you have under 2 hours of playtime and you've bought the game in like the past 2 weeks,
what if there's a game that you could complete in under 2 hours?
You can do that. I think that's morally incorrect, personally. But people can do it.
Same. Yeah, same. I was only bringing it up to make sure people aren't doing that. I don't know about you guys. No, I agree.
Have never and if you've done this, fair enough. But I've never refunded a game that I've completed in under 2 hours. It just
well, that's it depends how much the game is. I'm sorry, but if you put money into a game and they've only given you 2 hours.
Oh, if it's a 6, no. Obviously, there's limits, but any game that you can complete in 2 hours, I'm hoping no one's paying more than like a tenner for it. To be honest, think about it. I always think about, and I've said this before, how much it costs to go to go and see a movie, and what that movie is like, maybe 2 hours long, and you've paid a tenner to go and see a movie for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So a tenner for 2 hours of gameplay. That seems like a fair
that's fair
deal.
Enough.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I'll accept that.
Let's move on to our main topic.
Can I quickly bring one more thing up? Because I said I wanted to talk about this. Have you both got your phones?
Yeah.
Audience, watching or listening, do this as well.
Okay.
Just quickly Google Infinite Craft.
Okay.
So the reason I'm getting you to Google this is because I was streaming the other day, and as I said, I play a lot of Fortnite and occasionally Rocket League. And a friend of mine was like, if we're not doing well on Fortnite tonight, rather than playing Rocket League, shall we try this new game? Mm-hmm. He said it's called Infinite Craft, and he's seen other streamers doing it. Okay, so can I see the screen?
What even is it? It's just like a web of emojis.
Okay,
is it this?
Let's see your screen. So have you Googled Infinite Craft? That's the one. So it's
Neil Fun. I love Neil Fun.
Yeah, Infinite Craft. It said, we could do this on stream. So I was like, let me quickly check it off stream to see if it's worth streaming. It is, again, I don't know if it's just how my brain works with this whole Football Manager thing. It's the most dull thing I've ever clicked on.
Oh, really? Wait, I want to do it. Tap 2 elements. So
is,
if I craft water and fire, well, nothing's going to happen, right? Because
water and fire creates steam or something, does it?
Oh, yeah, it creates steam, yeah.
Steam. So the whole idea is that you can just mix two things together to create something else.
Okay. So what if I want to do then steam and wind? Cloud. This is fun. I like this. It's like an educational game.
But then what?
What if you do water and earth?
Wait, so what's all this for?
Wait, water and earth is plant. Yeah, what's all this stuff down here?
I don't know.
No way.
Mate, can you drag them? I don't know.
No, maybe I think that's just because the more you do, obviously it's going to take up the space, right?
There's no way that's it.
But But like, I don't get what
Wait,
more...
cloud and fire, smoke, no lightning.
But it's like,
what?
it's infinite, so it's like you can create everything. And the whole idea
surely
is
they're going to run out of emojis.
It's like your issue.
I'm gonna do this on the train home.
I don't know if anyone's watching this or if they've played it or if you've now checked it on your phone. As I said,
look. So say I want to do like, for example, what would plant and earth? I'm going to try and get this so that the camera.
So you
can
only start
see
with
it.
3 or 4 things, don't you?
You start with four.
And you've got to see how many you can create.
So if I wanted to do lightning and plant, no, I did lightning and earth. Lightning and earth volcano.
I feel like I've done all of them now. Oh no, I haven't. Fire.
But then if you click 2 and it doesn't work, it just doesn't do anything.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like
that's terrible.
Really, you could just keep tapping until you create
Lightning
things.
and plant makes a tree.
So I guess what could be fun now that I'm actually thinking about it is if I'm playing it on stream, for instance, I can say, give me something to make, and if someone's like, make a mountain, I've then got to figure out how would I make a mountain.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess it's like those Wikipedia searches you can do. You know, when you start on one page.
Oh,
like,
I love the Wikipedia
start
game.
on Jean-Claude Van Damme and get to
Walk.
toes, and like see that when you click through and try and get to the toes page.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you can do with Infinite Craft. But when he sent it to me, he didn't give me anything other than you can just put things together and make them. I thought he meant like dragging them and it would show
That's what
all
I
the stuff.
thought. Yeah.
You just click 2 things. It's like
I
you
couldn't
made a
believe
volcano.
it. I thought all the space at the bottom was genuinely like
It was going
to
to do
create
something.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe it looks different on. I haven't checked on my PC, so I could be slagging off a game without meaning to. But from what I can tell, I can't see the point in it.
I'm going to talk about a game in a similar vein because my friend was telling me about it last night on Discord and it kind of reminded me of that. There is a game that's like in development at the moment. It's called Walkscape, and what the premises of Walkscape is...
Like RuneScape.
Kind of, but like it's all based on you doing steps in real life.
Okay.
So like...
You'll love that with your new gym.
I will, because it's not, like Pokemon Go is based on like you actually have to walk places. You can't just do steps in place.
Yeah, but you can just get a thing to attach to it and cheat.
You can, yeah. Oh, you're really salty about this, aren't you?
Fuming.
So in this game called Walkscape, it is based on real life steps. So you can do things like there's 15 different skills that you can level up and master. Community features, online leaderboards, quests, random encounters, storylines, and you can literally like walk places and like level up. So this is like you got like your cooking skills, your armor skills. When it comes out, I'm gonna give it a go because I feel like if I'm like walking on the treadmill, I'm like, fuck, I've done. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to swear. I'm like, crap, I've done 30 minutes and I want to get myself to 40.
I don't mean swear.
Crap is better than the S
slightly
word.
less bad swear word.
Yeah, if you do like 30 minutes on the treadmill, you're like, I need to push myself to 40. If I do that, I can get some like, I don't know, iron legs.
Will it
Iron
link
legs.
to like Fitbits and Apple Watches and
I
stuff?
assume so, yeah.
If it doesn't, because that's the only thing that I've noticed. There's been games like this in the past where like your steps do things.
Yeah.
Like Pokemon Go or whatever. Pokemon Go obviously has a GPS within the game to make it work. If that has a GPS within the game, obviously it won't work on a treadmill. You'd have to actually go walk places. What's your average steps per day?
Oh, mine is terrible. You don't even want to know.
I put my target up to 12k. I want to hit 12k every day.
I don't even do 5k when I go to the gym.
I did over 20k yesterday.
How? What are you doing? Where are you
where are you
going?
walking to?
I went to Colchester Zoo.
Oh, how do you like Colchester Zoo?
It's the first time I've ever been.
I used to go quite a lot.
Yeah, I saw like I put a funny story up on my Instagram because I took a photo of a rhino, but there was a zebra behind it, but it looked like the rhino was pooing out the zebra. Worked perfectly, so I put that on my Instagram story. So that's the kind of content you can get at Stevie 11 White on Instagram.
I can't believe you're promoting yourself by talking about a
That is
zebra.
so funny.
How are you doing? Okay, I'm just going to be completely honest here. On a regular day-to-day, I don't have like, I'm walking around my house. I don't have my phone or like my watch on me when I'm walking around my house. But like
Your watch?
Surely you got your watch.
Do you not just have it on all day?
No, not all the time because I don't always have this on. Usually, just when I go to the gym and stuff, I have my health watch on.
Every
I
minute
just leave mine on.
It literally comes off when I go to bed. That's the only time. Yeah.
I'm only on 3,571 steps
Is
so
that a
far
Fitbit?
today. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
But even when I'm on the treadmill for 30 minutes, I'm doing like just under 5,000 steps.
On the
that's
treadmill.
good. Bearing in mind,
That's usually the most I will ever do in a day.
But they say hit 10,000 steps a day. Yeah, you've just done half of that in 30 minutes of a day. If you're asleep 8 hours, you've got 16 hours potentially to walk. I know you're saying you don't, but I'm just saying how easy you could potentially hit 10,000 steps.
I genuinely don't understand how people hit 10,000 steps a day, because like maybe I do maybe an extra like 1,000 when I'm walking around the house. But the rest of the time, I'm on my computer, I'm streaming.
Other people aren't,
and then I'm playing
online,
video games.
like you said.
Yeah, but okay, this is different. You have a small person to walk to and from school.
You should get a dog.
What else why else would you walk?
Walk down to the gym rather than driving.
Okay, well, my gym's like a 7-minute drive.
Yeah,
so I'm not walking.
To the shop.
No.
Yeah, but I don't go to the shop every day.
Not for me.
I could drive like 10 minutes to like a big shop, or I could walk 10 minutes to a small Tesco.
Yeah, but often the small Tesco rip you off big time.
And they don't have what you want as well.
You could choose to go on walks. Just go for a nice little walk.
You should get a dog.
Get back on it.
Or something like that.
Maybe Walkscape will have me walking.
Yeah,
I think Walkscape, because I've been looking for a new thing like Pokemon Go, but I'm not massively into Pokemon, but I loved Pokemon Go, but now I feel like it's kind of like it's run its course on me. I'm not really that interested in it anymore. But
I think the 10,000 steps thing is only a real struggle for people who like work in offices and stuff like that. Like when I used to work at the opticians, I'd smash it easily because I never really sat down there. I'd be on my feet all day, and I'd do 9 in the morning till 8 p.m.
Maybe I'll get my standing desk working again, because I literally have a standing desk and I have a walking treadmill.
I was going to say, do you have one of those?
You said you had one of those.
You should start using it again. I haven't used it for like 6 months.
Damn.
Was it good though when you used it?
Yeah, it's good. It's just bulky to like move in and out of the space, so I just stopped using it. If I had a little fold-up one, maybe that would work really well. But yeah, I am going to work on it. But now at least I'm going. Before I wasn't going to the gym. I was doing maybe like 200 steps a day. Like that would be it. But now at least I'm trying to go like 3 to 4 times a week. So I'm getting in my 5K, at least 5K steps those days.
I mean, you look much healthier than me, so I can't say much anyway.
I'm probably not a lot healthier than you, though, to be honest. Clearly my insides are dying. Right. How did I managed to segue onto the topic of roller coasters, and then we just segued right on.
We segued back. I apologise. That was my impression of me on a roller coaster.
Before we talk about our dream.
I segued you into it. No, you're going to say something else before?
We are going to still talk about it.
Okay, cool. I just screamed for nothing.
I first know what kind of rides or things you really dislike in theme parks, and which ones you love. Because I feel like that's a really good way to get to know.
I love theme parks.
Big fan?
Yeah,
same.
I love a theme park. Like, I always go to Thought Park whenever I can, to be honest. But what rides do I really enjoy? I love a swing. Is that weird? Like, just something that really just
There's that one in Thought Park.
Oh my God, that's my favourite ride. That's my favourite ride.
Has me
it's called,
I don't know what it's called.
Rush. It's called Rush.
Yeah.
How does that look? I need to see it.
I'll get a picture
It's like a massive swing, and then like there's 2 sides. So one goes like that and the other goes like that, and you just literally interchanging.
You're the same. I think you might be the same as me.
That is the best ride ever.
Yeah, love it.
The best ride ever.
I think you're the same as me. So I don't mind roller coasters, but I don't feel much from them.
Yeah.
Like Nemesis is a good ride.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like I'm just going around.
I'm literally getting shaken about. Yeah.
Whereas what I've realised I like is ones that make my stomach go.
Yeah.
So it's anything with a
100%,
drop.
100%.
So the reason you like that so much is because you're looking at the floor.
I'm looking down.
And you're going down. And I like the ones that like the wheels that spin like a swing as well.
I have written in my notes, nothing with straight down drops.
No, that's the good bit.
That's the best bit.
What's the other one at Thought Park? The really fast one.
Oh,
it zooms up in the air and then back down.
Oh my God, what is that called? It goes like 80 miles an hour.
So it's great because of the speed straight away. That makes you go. And then it goes so high and just drops. It's the drops that I love.
I don't mind a drop if it's on a roller coaster and it keeps going. It's the one that takes you right up and then just drops you down like straight away. I don't like that.
Detonator, that one, you're literally hanging there for time.
Okay.
I hate it.
You don't know when you're going to... Yeah, I love the feeling after.
Hating it is what's so good about a ride, though. Because when you go on a ride, like, I think Swarm's quite good out of all their roller coasters.
I think it's just the feeling, like I don't enjoy that feeling of like my body's like dropping
That's
down.
the adrenaline.
That's the best thing about it.
The fear.
I can get my adrenaline from like loops though. I like loops. When you are going to Disneyland very soon.
Going to Disneyland this weekend. So by the time this is out, I've been.
Yeah. So I would, if you like a good drop, highly recommend Tower of Terror.
Okay.
Tower of Terror is great. It's a ride. It's like,
is it still open? Like I thought I've seen something about this.
Oh really? I hope it's still open. Either way, it's like a creepy hotel. You go into this creepy hotel lobby, and what it is, it's like a lift, but you obviously sit down in it because there ain't no way you're surviving if you're standing up. it takes you all the way to the very top. Like you go up and down multiple times and it takes you all the way to the very top, opens the doors you see all over Disneyland, and then it just drops you all the way to the bottom.
No.
Honestly,
my God.
I hate it.
I'll be all over
that. That sounds like a dream.
Yeah, I'll be all over it.
But to be fair, I think in terms of safety, I probably trust those ones more than I trust like a roller coaster with a loop. Because I think I never used to be scared, but over the years I've got progressively more scared about the safety of rides, and I think that's just because we're more online and you see more of the things that go wrong. Same with airplanes recently. Like airplanes recently, I've been seeing so many stories that's made me never.
That's probably because your algorithm. You've seen one thing, you read that, and then it just wants to keep showing.
That is true.
But no, I've not really done any research into Disney yet, so I don't know how it's going to go.
That's one I would say. There's mainly 3 big rides at Disneyland. There is the Rock and Roller Coaster, which I've been to Disneyland so many times. Rock and Roller Coaster, I would highly recommend. Space Mountain, highly recommend. And then if the Tower of Terror is there, definitely go on the Tower of Terror. Also, the Nemo ride, surprisingly, really throws you around.
I've got to see if I can get Isaac onto some of these rides as well, though.
Oh, yeah, true. Well, the Nemo ride would be fine. Yeah. How do you reckon he is with roller coasters?
He is terrified.
Oh, really?
So, when we went to Legoland, he didn't dare to go on anything all day. So, in the end, but I know he'd love it if he goes on it. It's the thought of going on it that scares him. So, right at the end of the day, we went like near the biggest one. And we were like, we've just got to go through here. So we kind of just walked him through and then sat on the ride. And was like, he didn't know what, because once you're inside, you couldn't see what ride it was. And then he was just screaming all the way around. He was like, that's the best thing ever. And
exactly. It's more the thought of it than the actual thing.
Yeah, but on the day, he was fine. And then we went to a little pop-up theme park thing. And he didn't dare go on anything again because he needed that reminder. Yeah. So I've got to try and get him on something without him realising, just to be like, okay, cool.
That's a good idea. Speaking of Legoland, when we were reading, I was doing some research on I guess video games in that. Legoland has recently replaced something, had like an iconic thing that they've recently replaced with something Marvel related.
Okay.
Did you go there when there was nothing Marvel
there when I was there?
Really? I wonder if it's a really recent thing then.
I was only there like last summer, so it was like 7-8 months ago. I'm pretty sure there was nothing Marvel there. Legoland is incredible for kids, but it's obviously it's not meant to be for adults anyway. But like the rides are nothing. There's not a good ride there really for adults. It's like Ninjago stuff and whatnot. So Isaac loved it, which is the whole point we went. But I wouldn't go personally, other than for him. I'll go again though, but for him.
Yeah, no, there's a bunch of... I don't think I would go on Stealth either at Thorpe Park.
Really?
I took my sister and her friends like a few years ago and they went on it and I was just standing there holding all their coats.
It's really not that bad. I think, it's one of those ones you just need to do it.
For me, the worst part is like the part where you're going up and you're like sitting right back in your seat and looking directly into the... I can't stand that.
Well, Saw has one like that as well, doesn't it? On the Saw ride, it goes up and that one doesn't just drop, it drops and goes back in on itself. So you go in God. I liked Saw. So the whole reason we're talking about this today is because in England, we've got Thorpe Park,
Alton Towers,
Chessington.
Is that it?
Drayton Manor.
Oh, Drayton Manor.
So we've got a few, like in Norwich, we've got like Pleasurewood Hills and Pleasure Beach and stuff like that. But I think they're talking about opening a Universal.
Massive one coming to
Universal.
The UK?
So this would be
really
huge.
Big theme park.
I heard they're potentially making a Disneyland in like UK.
Yeah, I've heard this as well. So
last year, in December last year actually, so really
only
recently.
A few months ago.
They confirmed that planning is underway for a first Universal Studios in the UK. That's
Universal, this will be like
insane.
That would be huge.
That's going to be really, really cool, actually. I would definitely go to that because I feel like the only one I would really go to in the UK would probably be Thorpe Park.
Yeah.
But even that, I'm a bit like, no. Do you know what? I wouldn't go after the Smiler event.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. I only went before the Smiler event.
I just don't trust it. You just hear one story and it's enough to put you off. Yeah. But that should be really cool. Where is it even going to be? Bedford?
Bedford?
I don't even know what Bedford is.
Neither do I.
Sounds like it's up north.
Yeah, it does. We should probably do our research.
Near Luton, I think.
Luton?
I think so. Don't quote me on that.
But... So that's going to be awesome.
So Universal's obviously all the movies. There'll be a lot of movie rides.
Those are the best, like some of the best ones, right?
Thorpe Park is just normal rides, isn't it? They're not based on anything.
Saw.
Oh, Saw is a movie, and then they've got the Angry Birds area.
I don't think.
The Angry Birds.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're trying to decide what would be a great theme park based on games to tie it back into.
We should first start with, because we talked about this before, what would be the one video game or the one theme park based off a video game or a franchise or a company that would get you to go to that theme park? I said there would be a lot that I wouldn't go to if there was, say, like a Call of Duty theme park. I've got no business. That actually sounds horrific.
How cool would it be? Call of Duty themed paintball.
That would be
really cool.
And they recreate like the proper maps and stuff. That would be sick.
I don't think you can make a theme park out of it.
No, but you can do paintball.
However, Blizzard as a whole company, so like World of Warcraft, Overwatch. If they made a theme park based on Blizzard, maybe it's just because I like Overwatch so much, I would be first doors. I would be straight there.
I'd be all for an epic one.
Yeah.
If
Fortnite made
as a world, Rocket League being able to play kind of, obviously you wouldn't be able to fly in the cars, but just like bumper cars that you could play football in would be great. It's weird that they don't really do that anywhere.
I know.
And then Fall Guys.
Oh yeah, that's
how
true.
fun would that be?
So like Epic kind of takes the cake with like possibilities of opening.
You'd be able to mix all of those
together.
Like, you could just do a Fortnite one in general, but like being able to mix in these other.
I think Fall Guys would be great though.
Yeah, Fall Guys would be the best. Like
Fall Guys would be so
obstacle
fun.
course.
And
that would
actually
be so fun.
Big suits blow up suits rather than just doing it yourself.
Have you guys ever been zorbing?
I've played but I've played bubble football. I've played it.
I feel like we should do like a guild day out zorbing,
just rolling down a hill.
No, you could do it in like the water, like the ones on the water as well, in the big things. But I feel like whichever games are the most like bright and colourful seem to be the ones that would make the best.
There is a Nintendo.
Yeah,
there is
Nintendo Land
in Japan there is a Nintendo World, and it is if you look at how it looks genuinely like a video game.
It looks like you're in the game.
Yeah.
It's very Mario based, isn't it?
I need to go now.
It looks so cool. However, I've heard the lines are just like extortionate.
That's the downside to anything.
That's one, exactly. How do you solve that? How do you solve the issue of there just being ridiculously long lines at theme parks?
They're just trying to get money, aren't they? So they want the lines to be big so that people are more intrigued by buying those
fast track tickets and stuff.
I've heard that when I'm going to Disney, because I'm staying in the hotel, we get to go in an hour before they open.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Are they giving you fast pass tickets?
I don't know. I haven't checked.
Here's the thing about fast pass in Disneyland, right? And I don't know if it's the same as when I went before. A lot of fast pass is free. You just go up to it and you pick a fast pass time, and then you take your ticket and then you go back at that time.
I didn't know you could do that.
I think. I could be very incorrect.
We had a fast track at Legoland and it made it so much better.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to do it for Thorpe Park, but it's so expensive.
Yeah. And sometimes I think at Thorpe Park you can pick like 5 rides. Like you can do like a thing, like there's cheaper versions. So it's like I get fast track on these rides or only 5 times and they stamp it off.
That's so crazy.
So there's different versions. But yeah, Nintendo World looks
insane,
visually looks incredible. Obviously we don't know what the rides are like.
Yeah.
It's hard to think like, even like when we say like Fortnite would obviously be an incredible theme park and adding these other things in. Rocket League, we can judge what it's going to be like.
Yeah, what would Fortnite really like?
Yeah. What would Fortnite be like? You could think of rides like there's got to be like a drop with the umbrella. Yeah. I guess you'd be strapped in, but maybe you have to hold on to an umbrella.
And then the rest of it, I guess, would be like paintball, or laser tag.
But to be fair, the zip line as well, maybe.
Yeah, I guess they'd do rides based on the areas in the thing.
Yeah.
So like, obviously, it's hard because the map changes so often. That would be an issue as well because they couldn't just keep changing the theme park. But they could just do it based on OG maybe. And then you could just have like maybe snowy areas. There'd be water rides. Yeah. So there are plenty of opportunities to do things.
You just have to get creative with it, I think, with the game. But like you said, as one of the things I put down, being able to play Rocket League like without the fear of actually crashing into someone else, just a big like balloon in the middle that everyone has to try and hit into a goal would be so much fun. I feel like that'd be amazing.
I've seen like a version of Rocket League and Mario Kart actually, where they use like go-karts and or bumper cars for Rocket League, obviously, and it's like all like future tech stuff where it's like they're on the floor, like it's all like lights. And if you drive over it, you then pick up boost. And same for like Mario Kart. If you drive over a thing, you then get a weapon and you can press it and it shoots through the floor, so it doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah.
But like if you hit someone, their car won't be able to move for a few seconds.
Oh, that's
stuff
sick.
like that. So they're finding ways of being able to do these things from games in the real world. But I don't know if it always necessarily comes across as you want it to be this immersive, amazing thing, which I guess the whole point of VR is. But have you ever been on a roller coaster in VR?
No.
So there's this game called Switchback, I think it is, and it's a PlayStation game, and it's like, it is kind of like a roller coaster. You're sitting in like this like roller coaster chair, and you're going through like a haunted house, but you have guns, and you get to like shoot stuff and everything. That felt really realistic, like you're on a roller coaster. But I've seen like videos of people when they go on roller coasters and they genuinely like fall over because they think that they're gonna fall out.
Well, I did that at my dad's. He put me on a roller coaster, and it just made me feel a bit queasy because like obviously your spatial awareness and everything is just completely thrown out of the window because you don't feel like you're on a roller coaster, but you think like your brain and eyes are obviously being tricked by this thing. So like the thing is, I said, like I love rides that have this big drop. So when you're doing it in VR, you feel nothing.
Yeah.
Oh,
you feel everything up here, but you don't feel anything physically.
Yeah.
Like you're not getting the wind flying past you. You don't feel the pit in your stomach drop. Like so I don't think, although it looks okay, you'd never get that feeling.
Yeah.
So it's whether, if they're going to make these new theme parks, it's like, where's the line between just theming a ride like something and just going, this is a Fortnite ride, when in reality it's just because you're sat in
something that looks like a Fortnite.
Peely's over there and stuff. Or where did it actually go, oh, it feels like you're kind of in the game.
Yeah.
Like a Sonic the Hedgehog ride would be so good.
Yeah.
Because it's just like doing a speed ride.
And
like
you could go through like all the hoops and stuff.
Yeah, so there's games like that, and Mario would obviously be quite easy.
Yeah.
So Nintendo have probably smashed the market because like those old school platform games, aren't they? Those games are probably way easier to make. But current games, like how are you going to go do a Red Dead Redemption ride? Unless you're sat in a cart maybe and you've got a gun. And it's
What about if they did like Super Mario Galaxy, but you know how you can go into like zero gravity in those aeroplanes? Like they take you into zero gravity and you could like walk on surfaces like you could in Mario Galaxy. That would be really cool. Sick. But another big part of like themed theme parks, I guess not so much in places like Thorpe Park because you just get regular food. But a lot of theme parks like Disneyland have like themed food. And I was thinking there'd be so much potential to have like cool video game foods inside of theme parks. So like if it was a Fortnite one, you'd have drinks that were exactly like Chug Jugs. But you can probably get that now anyway. You said there was like
you'd think they would somewhere,
specific bars that do like drinks themed after video games.
Sick. That would be good.
But other things I was thinking is like the Minecraft like iconic cake that you could get, and there's so much potential for like cool foods. I can't think of any more. But
at Colchester Zoo yesterday, I saw a donut that looked exactly like one from The Simpsons, like the pink and the sprinkles. It was really shiny and everything. And Isaac was like, I need that because he loves The Simpsons. And I got it, and it wasn't very nice.
Let down.
It was just really, it was like that. So
one
sweet.
thing I did, have you guys ever been to the Harry Potter studios in Watford?
No, I haven't.
They have like the butter beer there. I think
Is it
that's
good?
really nice. Yeah, I did really like it. I've only been once.
It's
a bit weird.
Things like that probably work. Does it work well, the studios? Because I guess
yeah, it does.
Yeah, so things like that would work well, but it's hard. It's just getting the ride right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't think of a ride that I've been on. Like the Saw ride, does it really feel like you're in Saw?
Yeah, I mean you know that you're not going to die.
No.
So, well,
yeah.
I guess you hope you're not going to die.
Saying that,
oh gosh,
I hate like ghost trains and stuff because I don't care about any of it. Yeah. I'm thinking like nothing's going to happen, but I just cannot get it out of my head that some nutters just like broken in and
now I'm going to think about that.
Every
if I go
time
on again.
I can't think of it like without thinking. Well, there's a serial killer in here somewhere.
That's just like some Scream like movie stuff though.
Yeah,
like,
but like what's to say that hasn't happened?
Yeah.
True.
I mean,
well, other than the fact that it's never in the news. But like, what's to say it hasn't happened the time I'm there? So I just hate the thought of like ghost trains and stuff just because I always think someone's going to do it.
Now everyone's going to think about the fact.
Sorry, guys.
Thanks, man.
Right. Well, with that, with the traumatic ending to that podcast, and now everyone's going to be scared of haunted houses.
I'm sorry.
Let us know what your dream video game theme park would look like, or what you like or dislike. Think of a potential video game you could make into a really cool ride, and let us know what that looks like.
I'm
because
so for Fall Guys. It would be so
now that you've said it, that would be amazing.
Inflatable obstacle course, but you have to wear an inflatable costume as well.
Yeah, that would be sick. You would be dying of laughter. Like, it would be so much fun.
So jokes.
But yeah, let us know what you think. Give us your feedback, give us your ideas, and don't forget, if you like the podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Peace.
Bye.